going to give you just a minute to hop on here. It's been a long time, or been a while since we've done a Friday Live. I usually do this on Sundays, but I'm going to start doing it again on Fridays and on Sundays. And then I'm going to be picking another day of the week to have at least three lives for you guys. Different times of the day. Who else on here? When you hop on here, do me a favor and say hello so I know it's you. And I think that's my husband. Yep, that's my husband. Go ahead and say hello. Tell me where you're watching from. I am all the way in Rock Hill, South Carolina, in my little tiny keto kitchen. Literally tiny keto kitchen. All right. I don't want you guys to miss this. Y'all have requested some recipes from for November for Thanksgiving, for the holiday season. And I've been on a pumpkin rush lately, so I'm working on the pumpkin. Hi, Elaine. Good morning. Good morning. So I am working on the pumpkin recipes right now. And of course, today we're going to do a pumpkin pie. You guys, you just don't understand how it was hard to find pumpkin pie. 100% canned pumpkin, because I'm not boiling out a pumpkin and making a whole pumpkin. Now, if you want to do that, it's absolutely great if you can do that. I haven't had the time to get a pumpkin, gut it out, cut it up, boil it, and all of that stuff. But like I said, if you want to do that, that's amazing. Go for it. Go for it. But anyway, I am today going to use 100% pumpkin. And I had to go to a Dollar General store to get this. And I did read the ingredients. It's nothing but pumpkin in the ingredients. There's nothing added to it. We went to 3 stores yesterday to find pumpkin. So it might be better if you get yourself a big fat pumpkin and gut it out and all that stuff, you know. And it takes a long time to do that. It's been a long time since I've done it, but it takes a while to cut up a pumpkin and boil the pumpkin and get it prepared to make a pie. It takes a long time. So that's why I got the can. But like I said, I had to go to a Dollar General to find this. The grocery stores, I mean, some of the main grocery stores around here did not have any 100% pumpkin, and they didn't even have pumpkin pie filling, which I wouldn't use anyway because there's a lot of junk in pumpkin pie filling. I want to make my own. So anyway, I finally got it, and I went ahead and got 3 cans because the holidays are coming up and I know people are going to be buying it. So today we are going to make a pumpkin pie, and you don't have to feel guilty about this pumpkin pie, you guys, at all. This pumpkin pie here is going to taste amazing. Not only will it taste great, it'll look great. It'll be great on your table for Thanksgiving, and you don't have to feel guilty over eating it. So hold on a minute. Let me go get the crust. I'm going to bring it over here. So I already started on the crust, and if you want to get a paper and pen, I'll go ahead and give you the recipe for the crust, because I went ahead and started on it because I wanted it to be ready to put the pumpkin in, and then I'm going to bake it, and then of course I'll take a picture and show you what it looks like. So if you're hopping on here, I see other people are on here, do me a favor. Don't be a stranger. Hop on here and say hello. I'm watching you from, tell me where you're watching me from. I do have a goal. One day I would love to see people from different states on here. In fact, I'd love to see all 52 states now? I am not good with this, but anyway, I'd like to see y'all from all over the place. So we do have Canada on here. We also have UK that watches on occasion, but Canada's always on here supporting me. Thank you, Canada. Thank you, America. All of you guys are wonderful, and I thank you for supporting my lives and coming on here. So anyway, I went ahead and made this. This is something, I have never made my own crust before. I've never made one. Elaine says, I found a large can in the pie filling section of the local store. I asked if it could be frozen in portions, and she said she does it all the time. Well, that's great, but I couldn't find nothing here. Pumpkin pie filling, pumpkin period. Couldn't find it here. On here, I will break my phone. Charles Black. Now, my husband is downstairs. He's sharing this out. Hi, Hi, Pam. Thank you for watching. He's sharing this out while he's sitting downstairs, and he's up here, but he still loves you guys, and he's talking to you. So anyway, I hope you have a paper and pen ready. I'm going to go ahead and tell you what I did to make this, this low-carb / keto crust. This is not my recipe. I want you to know that I found this inside of our group. So if you want inside of our group, just type group in the comments. There's a bunch of recipes like this in there. For the crust, it's 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. Now, with the almond flour, I want you to make sure that you sift it, because almond flour, first of all, should be kept in the refrigerator or the freezer. There's oils in there that will mold if you don't unless you use it really, really fast. And I don't use it that fast. Not fast enough to keep it fresh. So make sure that you sift it so there won't be any lumps in there. 1/4 cup of melted butter, 1 large egg, and 3 tablespoons of brown swerve, the brown sweetener swerve. That's what I used, and I went ahead and mixed it up really well, and I made my crust. You bake your crust only the first time you bake it, 375 preheated oven for 7 minutes. And then, of course, it's not completely done. You take it out, and that's when you put the pie filling in here. So that's what I'm getting ready to do now. So we're going to make the pie filling, which I'm excited about. So, and of course, I'll post the recipe for you guys in just a little bit. Oh, thank you, Laura. I was thinking this morning about pulling it back and giving myself a really good haircut. I'm still thinking about giving myself a haircut, but thank you for the compliment. Okay, so here we go. For the actual pie, I'm going to use the whole can of 100% pure pumpkin. I'm going to go ahead and put this, and I'm going to use a food processor. If you don't have a food processor, just mix it up. I wanted to make this a really fast one, so we're going to put all the pumpkin in here. The whole can. Now you guys, this is my recipe that I made up last year. Of course, I made it just a little bit different. I didn't not make a crust to go with it, and you can actually make this here as a crustless pumpkin pie. The same recipe, because that's what I did with this recipe last year. I just wanted a crust this time to see what it tasted like, because I've never made my own crust. Alright, so I put in a whole can of pumpkin, 100% pure pumpkin. Make sure there's only pumpkin in the ingredients, because you're going to make your own pumpkin pie filling, so you don't have to worry about all of that. So I got that in there. The next thing I'm going to put in is 3 eggs, and this is the one great thing that I absolutely love. Let me get my ingredients. One of the things I absolutely love is about a food processor is you can just dump it all in. It's like a dump. You don't have to do all this extra stuff. So I'm going to put in 3 eggs into the can of pumpkin. Come on. While I'm trying to get the eggs in there, I would love to ask you guys to pray for some of my friends in Louisiana. Louisiana is getting ready to be hit with a really major hurricane called Delta. And they just had a hurricane about 6 weeks ago, which did a lot of damage. Now, my friends are pretty close to the damaged area that's supposed to take place. So if you would pray for my family, my friends, and their friends. We have a lot of church friends up there. Please be praying for their safety. Okay, so we have 3 eggs in here. We have a whole can of 100% pumpkin. We're going to add 1 cup of brown sugar swerve.
Somebody asked what size of can it is.
Okay, I'm sorry. The can size is 15 ounces. It's just a small can of pumpkin. Just a small can. Y'all, this looks like little baby mud pies, don't it? So, brown sugar swerve is pretty cool. It looks exactly like regular brown sugar. It feels like regular brown sugar. And to me, it tastes just like regular brown sugar. I'm a brown sugar freak, so I got this. This is actually 1 cup, but this I did like 4 little fourths to get it in here. I scooped it out in little fourths. So anyway, this is 1 cup of brown sugar swerve. Just going to dump it in there. Then we're going to put like 1 dropper of stevia in there. And the reason I put the dropper of stevia in there is because brown sugar swerve, oops, I shook it up. Brown sugar swerve actually has a little bit of erythritol in there, which gives a little bit of a cooling effect that I'm not fond of. If you're okay with it, then you don't have to put put the stevia drops in there. I'm just going to put like 1 little dropper in there. All right, and then I'm going to add like a half a teaspoon of salt, and I use pink Himalayan salt. That's what I use. It's got a lot of minerals in there that our bodies need, especially when you are in ketosis. Speaking of ketosis, you guys, I have to be completely honest with you. I have not felt well for a little bit, so I haven't even been drinking my ketones. I got them now, but I have not been drinking them. My phone is ringing. Let me see if I can stop that right now. Okay. So I haven't felt real well, so I haven't really even been drinking my ketones. I have not been really doing keto for maybe a week. And I may have gained a pound or two. I'm not sure. I'm not going to look. I know because I just jumped right back in today. I feel a little bit better today. So I'm started back on my ketones today, and I'm starting back on keto today. So I just had to get that out of the way because I'm not a dishonest person. I try to be upfront with all of you. Sometimes we go seasons in our life where we slow down a little bit, and I have. But I still love keto, so I'm back on it. So anyway, I am doing a half a teaspoon of sea salt. I think that's half, yep. This is fine. And you can use regular salt if you don't have sea salt. It's completely up to you. This is just what I prefer. All right, and then I'm going to put in 1.5 teaspoons of pumpkin spice. Pumpkin spice is so good. 1.5 teaspoons. So I'm going to go ahead and put in 1 teaspoon. And a half a teaspoon. Pumpkin spice. Then I'm going to add to that 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon because I love cinnamon. If y'all have been on my lives, you know there's 2 things I love, and that's cinnamon and vanilla. And both of those, I just have the hardest time walking away from it. I just love it. It has some really good flavor. And cinnamon is actually great for stabilizing your blood sugar. Did you know that? It's a really good thing about cinnamon. What size can? I'm so sorry, Elaine. I saw that a little bit late. Hi, Crystal. My daughter is watching. I love you, sweetheart. Linda Sue. Girl, aren't you working? Thanks for watching. All right, all of you guys, I know most of you on here, but do me a favor and drop where you're watching from so that, like I said, I'm trying to get all states in here. I do have Canada. I have UK. I love America too. Let's put it all in here. Let's see if we can get all these on here. All right, and then the last thing I'm going to put in here is 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. I have to walk over here and get it. Just a minute. So anyway, I am back on my keto lifestyle because it works. I feel better on it. I don't usually not feel good, but for the past month off and on, I've been going through some in and outs with how I feel, and I was like, I'm not used to this. And some of it might be a little stress because I am working on getting my life insurance license, which I can't wait till I get it, but it's been a little stressful because the test is, I'm having to do a lot of testing, a lot of studying, and oh my gosh, it is so much work. Which anything that's worth having is worth the work. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn this on. So give me just 1 minute. It's gonna be loud. It didn't come on. That means something's not on here right. Let's see. And of course, my baby would start working. Okay. Oh. All right. You know, if you know anything about these things, if you don't have it exactly right, it is not going to work. Obviously, it's not on right because I can't even get it off. Come on. Let me see if I can figure out what's wrong. have done something wrong and I don't know what it is. But if that's the reason it's not working, it's because I've done something wrong with it.
I didn't break it.
No, you did not break it, baby.
Is it plugged?
Hold on just a minute. Let's see. It might be the bottom the base, but I can't even get it off. It's plugged in.
What is it?
I think it's this right here. Y'all, I'm sorry. It's this.
This top?
The top won't come off. You see the grooves right here?
Yeah.
I think I pushed it down or something because it's not releasing. There's other grooves over here. It's showing it's not coming above that line. I'm sorry. They ain't got nothing to do with it.
No. I gotta get my glasses.
I'm sorry, you guys.
You broke it.
If I don't get it off of here, I mean, even if I break it, getting it off, I can still mix it up in a bowl. Oh my gosh. The beauty of the kitchen. Oh my God.
I might be doing what I'm doing. Usually I break everything.
Usually. I think I did this time. I can't even get, I mean, if I could just, even if it does break, I can buy another one.
Yeah. There you
But I gotta get it out. I got people watching. How many of you guys remember the old show Betty Feezer? Does that tell you how old I am? Or Martha, who's that? Martha somebody?
Stewart.
Martha Stewart. I remember Betty Feezer. I used to watch Betty Feezer cooking shows when I was a
Now, is
little
that
girl.
line supposed to come right here?
I don't know. I think this down here is supposed to be above the
Oh,
line.
wait a minute. Wait, this comes off like this. Okay, I got it. Okay, I don't guess we're going to get it this time.
We're called Polacks in the kitchen. I don't know. I don't know how you do it.
Let me see this side.
It's not even on there at this point.
I know.
If I could just get the lid off, I can put it in a bowl and mix it. So if
Well,
we
I
have to
can
break
get the lid off, but I might break it all the way.
Well, we might not have a choice but to break it.
Give me a little butter knife.
Okay. Because I promised these people a pumpkin pie.
Yep. Tell you people, it's usually me. Wait, it's back here that's caught.
Yeah, it's on one spot, but I don't know what the spot is. Does anybody have any advice? Advice, please. I can't believe they're even still watching. This is probably amusing.
Let me see what
Probably
here.
pretty amusing watching this.
Is that on the inside? Yeah, that's on the inside.
Yeah, the inside's messed up somehow. That you won't get it up there. There's no groove. You have to do it from the bottom.
No, there can't do it from the bottom,
Not do
baby.
it from the top either. There's nowhere for it.
See, that's it down on the inside. The groove is right here.
Yeah.
So.
I don't know what to do.
Well, baby.
I don't know what to do. Help. Twist the black handle. We did. This here is for the thing that I normally put on the outside to scrape these edges, and I don't have it on there.
That's just spinning around circles.
Ruby says pour it out the top.
Hey, you can.
I know, but it's going to be, I mean, the pumpkin that's in the bottom is too thick. It won't pour. I can get everything out but the pumpkin, Ruby.
Oh, wow. Let's see, that one.
Okay, let me go ahead and pour, and then we'll work on it.
Okay.
And then I'll see if I can scrape it out with
yeah.
this. All right, so we're going to pour it out the spout. We're getting ready to make history here in the kitchen.
And people, I want you to know, for the first time, it's not me.
But y'all saw I didn't do nothing wrong. I did not do nothing. Here we go. Yeah.
Oh, if I'd said my piece right now, I'd be in so much hot water. So. Just because what she said.
Be careful, honey. If it comes out the edges, and it is, honey, stay over this.
I'm over. I'm in the center.
It's starting to come out. If we can get all of it out.
Well, I'm working on it here.
Well, I will do it.
You can do it.
Well, maybe.
I'll let you do it. You want to do it?
You got it. You're doing
I'm
good.
going. I tell you what, I'm
You're
about
doing a
right.
great job. But see, there's still pumpkin in there. Add the whole can.
Well, you might have to do it without all the pumpkin.
I'm not sure it'll turn out.
Well,
There's a good bit in there.
they understand why. You just.
Here, let me see this now. Then you can go over there and just rinse it out and see if you can,
Get it out.
yeah.
All right. Well,
We almost got it.
I gotta have my candy, so let me get my coffee.
Oh, Lord. I'm so sorry. This is a mess. But I'm getting it. It's coming. It's coming out. I have never in my entire life had an issue like this with a food processor. And I've used this processor. It's just not used. It's not wanting to work right. All right, I'm gonna have to just go with what I got.
All right, let me have this. Let me see what I can do.
All right, so we're gonna go ahead and mix it from here. And I'm sure there's not that much in there.
No, you ain't got much left.
So I think that we're gonna be okay.
I'm going to rinse this out. Okay?
Okay. Honey, could you also rinse the top of this spatula for me?
Yep. Let me have it.
Here you go.
Boy, do I make a mess.
All right, so I'm just mixing it up. We're going to pretend like this is the food processor. Elaine says that little bit of pumpkin won't matter. Thank you, Elaine. Hi, Melody. Thanks for joining.
There you go, darling.
Thank you. All right, we're almost there. This is going to be a really fast, was going to be a really fast recipe.
I'm going to take this outside and rinse it, and
Thank you.
this way I won't be in here.
However you want to do it. Whatever works for you. All right, I'm going to do this. Oh, yeah. I cannot wait until this is ready. All right, so I've mixed it up, and I didn't even need the food processor, but I probably broke the food processor. I don't know how. All I'll do is put the lid on. Okay. So here we go. This is what I put in there again. I put in 1 small can of 100% pure pumpkin, not pumpkin pie mix. I added 3 eggs, 1 cup of brown sugar swerve, 1 dropper of liquid stevia. You don't have to put that in there, but I did because I don't like the cooling effect of erythritol. Half a teaspoon of salt, 1.5 teaspoons of pumpkin spice, 1/4 a teaspoon of cinnamon, and 3/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. And I put that in there. You mix it all up really good, which I did. And you pour it into your pie mold. I'm pouring it. Now listen, remember, this here is actually, this recipe will make a crustless pumpkin pie. So if you don't have the ingredients to put the crust in there, you can actually make it crustless without it. But for the first time in my life, I made a crust, which is not done, but I put it in there and baked it for 7 minutes just to let it set a little bit. Now I'm gonna pour the pie in there. Which is probably more than this little pie crust needs. We're exactly right. Okay. Take a look. Take a look. I can't wait. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this in the oven and on the 375 degree, and I'm going to cook it for, I forgot to write that part down. Oh, 30 to 40 minutes. So probably around 35 on my stove. Around 35 minutes, I'm going to go in. I'm going to stick like a little toothpick or something really small down in the very center and see if it comes out clean. If it does, I'm going to take it out and let it cool. You can top this with whipped topping, Or on the recipe that I started last year, I actually made a crunchy topping that was, it's a really great topping for the top. And if you want to write this down, you can, but I'm not going to put it on there because I actually made a crust for this one. But if you make it crustless, you can make this topping to go on top. You can actually crush up a 1/3 cup of pecans, add in, but first of all, melt 2.5 tablespoons of butter, add in 1/3 cup of brown sugar swerve, and 1/2 teaspoon of cinnamon. After you get all that melted up in a pan, that's when you add in the crushed pecans. It makes kind of like a crumbly thing, and then all you have to do is just sprinkle it around on the top of it. Stick it back in the oven for like 5 to 10 minutes until it makes a crunchy coating on top, and it is really good, you guys. But anyway, like I said, I have a bottom, so I'm excited. I will take a picture of this and let you see what it looks like when I'm done. And I'll probably let you see it with my mouth wide open, or Charles's, because we're going to eat this as soon as we can. Elaine says, I've got a small one. It does the same. Really? Ruby? I have a feeling we're going to break this one to try to get it apart, so I don't know what else to do. It's still fairly new, so I don't know. But anyway, you guys have a blessed day. Remember, share this out. If you'll share this out, each time you share it, comment shared. And each time you comment shared, and after you share it out, then I can put your name in the drawing that many times. The 2 people that won last month, I'm hoping they get their boxes either today or tomorrow, because they got a really nice gift. I mean, they've got several things inside those boxes. You guys, I promise you, you do want to share these out, because I do want to share some of the things that I'm giving to them, to you guys, and it's amazing. So anyway, Elaine says, our Thanksgiving in Canada is this weekend. Elaine, if you make this pumpkin pie, if you don't already have one, thank you for sharing. If you don't already have a pumpkin pie recipe, try this and let me know what you think. So you guys have a wonderful day, and I will see you Sunday afternoon. Bye, you guys.